Mikel, was that another sign of the progress that Arsenal are making, that you won a game which you could really easily have lost?
Yes, but I think we were a little bit lucky in certain moments, for sure. But as well, we find a way at the end to win it. And it's the mentality that I want, that the team always believes that we can do it until the last moment, even when we have difficult games where we suffer, when we make it very difficult for ourselves in certain periods. But at the end, it's 3 points. This is why we are here. But as well, take some big notes because there are a lot of things to improve.
And you made a decisive substitution with Eddie coming on. But what quality on the winning goal, the pass from Saka, and then Eddie's positioning before the finish?
Yeah, I think both goals were really, really good. Again, we created some really good moments in some phases in the game, but we weren't consistent enough. And that's where I think we have still a long way to go. We make it really hard for ourselves in the first 15, 20 minutes with the amount of balls that we just gave to the opponent without any pressure, and obviously creates uncertainty, and you cannot sustain any attacks well enough, and you let the opponent run, which is exactly what they wanted to do. But apart from that, listen, the way the guys keep fighting, keep going, and how happy they are today because they finish exhausted as well mentally, I'm really glad for them.
Just finally from me, I know it's early days, but it's 2 wins from 2. Are Arsenal really genuinely title contenders this year?
No, I think we are still very far away from where we want to be. But I think that if you ask any manager in the Premier League if they are happy the way everything is going now for the team, probably is not, because we have a super mini preseason and we are still adapting some things. Some players are still not 100% fit either. But it's great. It's great to start winning, to have 6 points already, and to find ways to keep winning.
Charlie?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, Mikel. Obviously, the most important thing is that you won. But do you, in some respects, you on the ball, do you think that was probably one of the poorest performances since you took over in terms of when you had the ball?
Yeah, certainly in the first 15 minutes. And it's very strange because we were talking with the staff today that they had the best week in terms of decision-making, quality and execution with the ball by far since I joined the club. But then the first 15 minutes, yeah, they give the ball to the wrong color too often. But we need to improve on that. We know that we still have a lot of work to do here. But at least they kept trying and nobody hid. They can make mistakes, but what I'm not going to allow them is to hide. And none of them did that. And at the end, you get rewarded.
Amy?
And what can it do for the confidence of Eddie? You know, he's still a young player. To come on and after just a few minutes score a match winner, that's just so important for him, isn't it?
It's so important for him and for the team as well. And just is a clear message for everybody that is on the bench that they have a mission when they come to play, whether it's 1 minute or 45 minutes, whatever it is, to come and help the team. And today Eddie was massively important and he did his job really well.
Amy?
Hi, Mikel. You must be glad not to be having any more questions about Aubameyang's contract. I'm just asking you about Lacazette. He also is with a couple of years to go in that position where sometimes you think, do you sell, do you re-sign? Is this a player you want to re-sign and offer an extension to at Arsenal? And how pleased are you?
It's a player that I am really happy with, that I think we showed him a lot of faith since I arrived here. But that we cannot stop any speculation. But obviously, we know that any player that is under 2 years contract is always going to be there to talk.
So there's no situation where you're trying to get him to sign an extension at the moment. Is that up for discussion?
Well, at the moment, we haven't started any negotiation. We have a lot of things still to do in this market. And at the moment, we are focusing on other things.
Thank you.
Mark? Association?
Hi, Mikel. I heard just a moment ago that you said on TV that a few months ago you'd have drawn or lost that game. Is it more of a mental thing that you've had to change to get the 3 points rather than things on the pitch?
Well, I had a sense after, I think, between 55 and 65 minutes that we were dropping. And I could see the team just a little bit giving up because it was difficult. They were suffering and they were being a threat in 2 or 3 moments. And I tried to lift them up, and suddenly they click, and I saw a different team in the last 20 minutes with more belief, with much better focus and determination in what we were trying to do. And at the end, we won the game. And we're going to have games like that. And with the amount of games that we have to play in this calendar year, it's going to happen. And the most important thing is to find a way to win it.
So was that a tactical change, or were you just telling them to keep their heads up, basically?
I think it was two things. But at the end, they have to go there and execute it. And I believe that we finished the game more strongly.
Just finally, quickly, how's Kieran?
Kieran is fine. He had a little muscular discomfort in the last few days. He tried today all the way till the warm-up, but he wasn't feeling comfortable to play.
Thank you.
Charles from goal. Charles, you're on mute.
Sorry, I'm unmuted now. I was actually going to ask about Kieran as well, really. Was that a big disruption happening so close to kick off?
Well, we could not control it. We believed that he was going to be fit, but during the warm-up in the last 10 minutes, he said that he wasn't feeling okay, and we had to make the decision. We were prepared just in case, and Kola came on, and he had a good game.
Okay, thanks. That's it. Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
Rob, Mail on Sunday.
Yeah, hi, Mikel. You're known as a tactical manager, but in the balance between team spirit and tactics, which do you consider more important? Because that seemed like almost like a victory honed out of the spirit.
I think it has to be a balance there, as you said. It's how you keep alive the team all the time in their toes and with the right spirit is something that you have to look every day and try to feed it in the right way to try to sustain it, because it's so easy to lose it. And then obviously the tactical discipline, the understanding of what the game requires in each moment to make the right decisions, again, is vital. And with the standards that we have in the Premier League, I think it's key as well. But I think they are both really important.
And can I just ask about Eddie and Danny? Obviously, after a little altercation last week, you must have had a little smile on your face seeing them combined so nicely for the goal.
That's the beauty of this sport, you know. They were in the highlights last week for something that happened between them. They were a bit negative, and today they find a way to understand each other and create the winning goal.
Thanks, Rob. James, ESPN.
Hi, Mikel. Just want to ask you about central midfield. I know Granit and Danny have obviously done very well for you, particularly since the restart. But did the sort of second half maybe show why you're looking in the market for central midfield options, maybe more reinforcements in that position?
No, I think they've been really good since I joined the club, and not only himself, but as well this season. Mo, every time he played, he deserved to play today again, but I just wanted to rotate. I thought it was a game where we're going to attack the smaller spaces as well, and the way they defended that, we want to create some situations with Danny there. But if we can strengthen the team, we're going to try to do that until the market is gone, but everything is still open.
I mean, I know you don't want to talk about specific targets. I know we ask every week and you don't want to, but you have been heavily linked with two central midfielders. I mean, generally speaking, is that an area that you think you might want to look at before the window closes?
Well, depending what happens with some of the other players in the squad, as I said, again, we are open to discuss. As again, the market can surprise us and can come for any of our players in a different position, and then we have to react like it happened with Emi. So let's see what happens.
Thank you.
We'll just take a couple. 10:30 split Sunday night. So deadline 10:30 tomorrow, Sunday. Sam?